All right. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to see everybody again and be playing in Okkorim once again. Definitely excited to be back with my and y'all don't tell anybody, but back with all of my favorite players. So yeah, I've told them, but I really do get excited for this game every single time it comes around. So thank you guys for being such a great group of players. So welcome to GaryCon Live, everybody. We are exploring in the world of Okkorim. These are our Chentoufi Chronicles and our heroes of Okkorim who have been adventuring out of Chentoufi. But when we start today, I want to start actually by talking a little bit about what GaryCon is about and something that happened this week that totally feeds into that. Luke and all the people around him decided to start GaryCon after his father's funeral, and so Gary Gygax passes, and you go to the funeral, and they have a big get together where everybody was playing at the Legion after that funeral, and I think it was actually Jolly Blackburn who said, "Hey, Luke, you can actually name it GaryCon," because Jolly had actually put GaryCon in one of his Knights of the Dinner Table comic strips at one point too. But from there, it very quickly became, I say very quickly became, but it immediately became a celebration of life, a celebration of, all of the things that are good that come out of role playing and us playing together. And it is great that, that Gary was such an integral part of actually creating this hobby that we all know and we love. But I think it's a lot more important like for GaryCon, it's more important of what we try to do every year in celebrating, whether it is Gary's life and his contributions, or for me, it was my best friend, who's actually Bart's brother, who passed away a couple of years ago. But he and I were the two that started playing D&D together. But it wasn't about us playing D&D. It was the life well lived that he made me laugh. And my mom said that I couldn't marry anybody until I found somebody that made me laugh as much as Justin did. And yeah, it's those types of things and those type of people that really move the needle for us, and help shape our lives and other things like that too, that we want to celebrate and be very happy about. And unfortunately, Luke's brother Ernie Gygax passed away a couple of days ago, and Ernie is the guy that, so while Luke was Melf, Ernie was Tensor. So if you look at the D&D lore, and Ernie was also somebody who was heavily involved in all of all of what came after. And Ernie was the oldest brother, and so Ernie was also more involved probably with playing early on, and was one of, if not the earliest beta tester. But we also want to celebrate Ernie's life and Ernie's passing too. If you look at our social media channels, really want to say a good thank you to Kat. So Kentori in chat, she did a fantastic job of putting a message out there from GaryCon about Ernie's passing too. So, and also, if you haven't had a chance, I actually saw it first on Eric's Facebook stream, but Luke did a great post as well about about Ernie's passing and some of the things that Ernie had meant to him and everybody else too. So rest in peace, Ernie, and this episode's for you, buddy. So thank you, everybody, again for tuning in. If you did not join us last time, we are actually missing our note taker and chronicler. Unfortunately, Sakim, that's Zombart, he is missing in action today. He's actually under the weather. So I think it will be upon me, with maybe some help from our party, to give you a little bit of a recap of where we are. But at the beginning of the last stream, we had found the atoll, and we were beginning our descent, and so you made sure that as a party that you were enchanted properly, that you had the right equipment for swimming, that you had water breathing where it was necessary. And so everybody was prepared for whatever came next underwater. And as soon as you started the descent, it got very dark very quickly, and there were a number of whirlpools that kept popping up from one area to the other, all in kind of random areas, but within the atoll environs here. And so as you descended, you were trying very hard not to get sucked in, and it almost came to that a couple of different times. But you either were fortunate enough to see it and move away from it, that it was far enough away from you, or that if it actually dropped right on top of you, that you were strong enough to actually pull yourself out of it as well too. So anyway, that was great action on all of your parts in order to avoid those. But then you encountered a creature, a extremely large creature that, well, it really, I think it really started beating you up pretty significantly, pretty quickly. And Alicia, thank goodness you were not here. Because you definitely took the brunt of the beating, but when Dr. Helleth did, when things got really sketchy there for Dr. Helleth, then Volric stepped in and made sure that he took the next couple of licks for you instead too. And then and I forget. I know I went back and I actually watched it, and I should have recorded this, but who was responsible for figuring out that, hey, we really need to talk to this guy?
That was Markia.
Oh yeah, so great job there. Yep. So Teak,
yeah. Basically Teak went the whole brother route.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Everything with it, because it's like this dude is nice to fight. He's trying to eat us. We've got this another tactic. Pivot.
Yep. So well done then by Teak there to figure out that there are sometimes other ways, and if you were running or playing in a 1E campaign, that's probably most often running away, but in this case it definitely included some camaraderie, some reminding him that there are other people that are empathetic with him and his position as well. And being the type of planar traveler that Teak is, I think because he was very familiar with something other, he was able to definitely empathize with the creature, and the creature called itself Ansu, but you've never seen anything like this before, or never heard anything like him. Some sort of octopus-like creature, squid-like creature, but definitely neither octopus nor squid, and definitely something other. So, but Teak was able to make sure that you were communicating with him, and so you were also able to be properly escorted the rest of the way down to the entrance to this fortress, this stronghold that is at the bottom of the sea in the center of the atoll. And following that, you were debating how to actually get in when you encountered somebody that you had already encountered again. And again, Markia, Teak, I think, was excited to see the vision again of your old friend. And why am I forgetting what Loam? Oh, it's Loam. Yeah, what Loam's name was. But you saw Loam again, and Loam was able to give you a little bit of information about what you might need to do. And so Loam is actually with you in his avatar form again, and has led you inside, closing the door and then evacuating the water out of that area, but has led you inside and into a ballroom. And in the back of this ballroom has pointed out a plaque, which he has indicated he knows is some sort of a cipher to help you figure out how you could potentially disable something that is called the Leviathan engine. And this Leviathan engine is the magical device that will actually allow the entire fortress to actually surface. And what Loam has said to you is that he is extremely afeared that if this fortress is able to surface and Ireshkigal is able to then bring both herself and her fortress along with her minions up to the surface, that there will be no stopping her at that time. So anything I missed in the description of what has brought us to here? We good?
Well, there's 7 gates.
Yep. Good. Yes.
The air gate and the water gate are currently open, and the fire gate is in the process of being opened, and we also have light, dark, etc.
Mhm.
And you didn't mention that I turned into a carnival ride to bring us down here as an octopus.
That's right. So yes, you also decided to turn into a. Were you an octopus or a squid? Which one did you choose?
I was an octopus, a large octopus.
That's right, because you have the ink. Yeah. So yeah.
What was happening up in here last week?
Everybody grabbed onto my tentacles, and our rogue was controlling my steering by grabbing one of the suction cups and moving it like a video game controller.
Oh,
that's right. That's definitely an important part. But seriously, the fact that he was in octopus form was something that also helped you escape some of the whirlpools a couple of different times, because that also allowed him to have advantage on his strength checks to get you guys out of those whirlpools. So, all right. Anything else that we missed from last time?
Did you want to read that cipher to us?
Yeah. So, Eric, why don't we have Volric, reread that for everybody now that you all understand what that actually says.
Okay. He leans forward. He says, "It says, with the piercing gaze of the eye, channel the unwavering strength of the arm. Ignite the passion within the burning heart. Let the wings of the mind carry you to new heights. Illuminate the path with the radiant mind's eye. Explore the depths with the umbral core. And all of this you will find nothing but the void."
Okay. All right. So you are standing in the ballroom here with Loam, and actually, let me look real quickly. We've got Lager. You are actually right next to Loam, who is right in front of the plaque that has this cipher on it, but the plaque is mounted on nothing. The plaque seems to be mounted just hanging in the wall, in the air, but there does seem to be some sort of a solid, clear wall that is actually behind it, but you are able to see a massive device that has a number of different sides to it. And actually, I think I've got, so you on the map, you can see the overhead view, but I wanted to give you also the side view. So each of those 3 sides looks like, let's see, should be there. Yes, that's it. It looks good. Okay. And now everybody can see it on stream, and let me share it with all of you players.
Okay.
All right. So again, so as you're looking at those 3 sides from above on the map, you see that this is what each of the 3 sides look like. I need a perception check from all of you.
Okay.
It does not need to be in the tower. You can just roll it in the open.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let me go.
Yep. Just as a reminder, that comes from your skills tab on your player character record sheet.
Off to a terrible start.
Excellent. Yes, that is a 5 for Dr. Hella. All right. So Volric, you actually notice that blue area seems to have movement to it. Okay? Like there's almost as if there's something in there.
I think there's something alive inside.
What gives you that impression?
That's something moving. Look, squint your eyes like this.
Dr. Hill looks forward and not too close. Tries to squint in there.
All right.
Do you see? Well, I see nothing. She bats me and says, I absolutely don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. For the 5 roll, I see nothing.
Yeah, Teak rolled a 13.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of looking in the room that's up at the top because he's trying to find a kitchen.
Oh.
You can always, ask Loam for a little bit of guidance on where to find the kitchen too. So,
I don't believe I have the map open on mine.
Here I'll reshare the map with you, so it pops it up on automatically. So,
oh, there we go.
Yeah. So if you ever need the map, though, on your character sheet in the upper left-hand corner, there is a Find Token button. And if you click that Find Token button, it would pop up the map that has your token on it right now. So
awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. All right.
I'll go ahead and tap on the glass. Hey,
Okay.
fishy.
Oh, wait. No.
Okay. So down below, so you it is basically as you're looking into that additional area, and down below, there is at least another 15 to 20 feet below your ground level before you get to the floor in that room. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's another. There's at least another 20 or 25 feet above you before you see the roof of that room as well. Okay. All right. Teak, I believe you had said this in our last episode, but you have actually moved towards and we're checking out one of the other doors to this room as well.
Yes, the one that's north. If we're going with top of the map being north,
correct?
Then he was heading into there.
Mm-hmm. And Volric, you were on the south side. There's a similar door in the opposite corner on the south side. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? You've got this plaque that Loam has asked you to figure out, how to address these gates. He knows that shutting down the gates are key to, disabling the Leviathan engine. Anything else you want to ask him or, discuss amongst the party at this time?
And to clarify, I think I'm right, is that we want to make sure that these portals don't keep opening, right? We want to stop them from all opening.
Right. So the reason being is you've been told that the portals are required for the Leviathan engine to completely restart and enable the fortress to be returned to the surface, basically filling up the center of the atoll, so that it would no longer be an atoll; it would be, more of a, an island.
Okay, so just to be completely clear here, I'm not saying that intelligence is Teak's dump stat, but it's close. So we don't want the Leviathan drive to turn on and the gates to open and for it to go up, right?
So Loam has been very clear that what he has been very clear about is if the fortress and Ireshkigal in the fortress are returned to the surface, that Ireshkigal will probably be unstoppable.
Oh.
So we just have to take care of Ireshkigal. in whatever way that means. And then like Teak, tips a wink over to Hottie, Hottie hologram over there.
That's right.
Howdy hologram.
Let's bring up the avatar of Loam again one more time for everybody. There we go. Yes, and for the players as well. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. There's traps in Okkorim.
Yeah. Do I need to make everybody make a some sort of a check to make sure, perception check to make sure that you stay focused on the rest of what's in the room? So.
Yeah.
Sure. I got a natural 1.
Oh.
You can't, Teak, you only have eyes for Loam. Like there's nothing else in the room right now, Teak. So Helith, you realize, Teak probably should ask Sakim to check for traps or something like that on this door that Teak is approaching, but Teak is doing nothing other than staring at Loam right now.
Okay, yeah. Dr. Helith just reached over and just taps Teak on the wing.
Kind of like blushing a little bit and is fluffing his feathers.
That's right.
Helith's just staring at Teak, watching as he
He's just like,
Excellent. Oh yeah. All right. So for everybody but Teak then right now, is there anything else you guys want to pay attention to or do or ask or, talk amongst yourselves about?
I'd like to ask you again. I believe that we can see all of the gates from where we are.
No, you cannot. So you haven't specifically asked Loam about them yet. So I would suggest that, like, you're asking me, can I see all the gates? And really, I think the logical thing that you would ask is of Loam. Hey, Loam, are we looking at the gates around here? Or any of these things that we're looking at gates?
Okay. I thought that was clarified the last time. Yeah. So, Loam, I know there's 2 gates that are open.
Yeah, he would have to lead you to them, is what I said last time. Okay. But let's dig in a little deeper on that.
All right. So, Loam, we need to make sure those other gates don't open. Where are they?
He says, well, the water gate is just behind you there. So basically, as you turn around, in the center of the room is this fountain we discussed. And so he is identifying it as the water gate.
Okay.
Says, I could lead you to the others, but you have to make sure that you do these in the right order.
Oh, so we can't just all go to a different gate, like pick a gate and close. We have to do them in order, I guess.
So he has said that the cipher it's the clues that you need in order to figure out what order.
Perfect. Okay.
Right. Which is the first one involved you with a piercing gaze of the eye channel the unwavering strength of the arm. So that would be the first thing. I'll put it in chat here.
Okay.
If it pastes, does it paste?
Well, the two gates that are open already are the what? It was air and
water.
I don't see it in here.
Air
and water is right in front of us. I thought that one wasn't open because he's pointing to it.
Mm-hmm.
I know air was one of the ones that he said was already open because that was the one that I was going to do because Owlin, so I know air is already open, but there was another one that was already open.
He also said the fire one was in the process of being opened.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
So what was the other gate that's already open? Air and what?
I'm pretty sure it was water. Hold on just a second.
It was water.
Yep. Yeah, so currently 2 of the gates, air and water, are open, and a third, the fire gate, is in the process of opening. That is what he told you last time. Okay?
Okay. So how about we close the gates? Why are we going to try to open them? Opening them raises the thing. So if we just close them and break them, then it will never arrive to the surface.
So the cipher is how
No?
to open them or how to
I'm
close
not
them.
saying. What were you
Oh,
saying
okay.
about the cipher? No, I was
Yeah.
saying to Teak that I'm not saying.
Oh.
What were you saying, Volric?
So our mission is to not let any more open, and I guess maybe close the ones that are open. And the cipher is supposed to be here's how you open them, or here's how you close them.
So
What is that?
the cipher is so, and as if you were asking Loam, and Loam responds. He tells you that the cipher indicates the order in which they need to be closed or disabled in order to prevent the Leviathan engine from basically coming to full power.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Once Loam says that, Teak just starts giggling like he said the funniest joke ever, and just stares at him.
All right. So Volric says we should just open every door and then reclose them in the order they're supposed to be in. Is that what you guys are saying? I'm not losing my mind here.
I'm pretty sure.
So piercing gaze of the eye, channel the unwavering strength of the arm. I mean, obviously, the second one, ignite the passion within with the burning heart. That's the fire gate, which is currently opening. But does anybody think that with the piercing gaze of the eye, channel the unwavering strength of the arm, is any of the 7 gates light, dark,
Earth maybe?
earth?
Maybe.
Earth. Yeah. Yeah. Light, dark, nothingness, fire, water, earth, and air. So
Unless
No.
I assume Umbral Core is darkness, right? The dark portal. It wouldn't be the Earth, right? Or Umbral feels like it's dark more than Earth.
I don't see anything else that would be earth though.
Yeah.
Because illuminate the path,
Mhm.
explore the depths. That
Yeah.
seems like dark. Nothing but the void is nothingness.
Loam, how big is this place? Can you give us a quick tour?
He says that there are other creatures within the structure, so we need to be careful. But he absolutely can, show you where the where the portals are and where other things are within this this fortress. Okay. So Volric, would you like for me to take you up or down to begin with?
So I guess we do undo this tour, right? Are there more rooms up or down?
There are more up.
Okay, let's go down first.
Well, which way is the earth gate?
Okay.
It is down.
So radiance, light, depth.
The earth gate is on the lower level.
Okay.
And in that case, though, if you read it, explore the depths within the Umbral Core. That kind of feels now like that might be the Earth, the very last one in the cipher. So maybe Earth's the last one. And again, I know that strength is still that's the oddball one, right? Everyone else seems clear.
Loam says to all of you, he says, you seem to be struggling with some of the same things that I was struggling with. I am certain that there are 7 gates, that there are, but there don't seem to be explicitly 7 alluded to in the cipher.
Right.
Yeah.
Math. Okay. Want to go down first, anyway, guys? We need to understand what we're working with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if there's less levels lower, then yeah, let's go lower, take a look, see, and then head up if that doesn't seem to match anything. If that doesn't seem to match that first sentence in the cipher.
Okay. Teak, Loam looks at you and winks and beckons you to come to the far door where Volric is standing.
Teak's feathers are up into a very handsome mohawk looking thing on the top of his head now, as he is basically strutting across the floor, heading towards where everybody else is, which I think is to the south. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Helleth, you should join us as well.
Okay. I'm busy looking at the cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Definitely.
All right. So, yeah, Loam actually leads you through Volric, and you follow Loam in. And you realize that this is a guard room of sorts. There is a stone table and a number of chairs around the stone table in here. And against basically having fallen out of two of the chairs are two corpses. Now, those corpses have some decayed armor and decayed weapons as well. They seem to be, recently, like they still seem to be damp, but everything seems to be extremely rusted, and the corpses themselves are desiccated.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
I lean over to Teak. Hey, Teak, what does desiccate mean?
That is something that you do to fish when you want them to last longer for later.
Ooh.
Another thing.
You shrivel them up.
It's going to my mind for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes them very, very salty, but they last for a very long time.
Ask Loam if he knows who these people were.
Then Teak looks over at Loam and goes, and it helps you with stamina. Warrior stamina.
So, Lager, you ask Loam, and Loam tells you that these were the undead guards of Ireshkigal.
So not your friends?
Well,
or they were your friends?
We all protected Ireshkigal.
Okay.
Can we take a real good look-see at like a close look-see at these dead soldiers?
Yeah, tell me what you would like to do as you take a look-see. Describe your taking that look-see.
Yeah, well, I wanna look at them in the sense that it's like, let's take a good look to see, what could be a possible adversary, later on, and also loot the bodies.
So, as you approach them to inspect them, you notice that they are definitely like in no way, shape, or form are they moving at this time. Okay, you did hear
at this time.
You did hear Loam say that. Well, I'm saying that because you heard Loam say. You clearly heard Loam say that they were the undead guards of Ireshkigal. Okay. They do not seem to be animated. There is no life in their eyes. It's actually there are no eyes. There are no eyeballs. There are sockets. There is flesh around it, but like I said, it's desiccated flesh, so it's totally shriveled up. And there doesn't seem to be anything there. I need a.
I'm gonna smack one.
Okay.
Smack it.
Okay. When you smack it, I learned a trick the other day. I'm gonna add this for color. Do you guys know how to best debone a one of the rotisserie chickens?
That is a Teak question.
I know it is. It totally is.
Teak is very well versed on how to debone the different parts of rotisserie chicken very quickly.
Yep. So for those of you listening, the trick is take that rotisserie chicken and put it in a gallon Ziploc bag and then just basically roll and knead it. The bones will fall apart easily. The meat will separate from the bones, and you can very easily pull all of the meat off of the rotisserie chicken. You seriously feel free to Google it or check it out on TikTok. Like there are plenty of people that show you how to do this. Regardless, so as soon as you smack it, like it just falls apart, kind of like that rotisserie chicken falls apart for me. Like everything separates. I want a wisdom check with advantage from Dr. Heleth.
I was going to try to animate it, but I don't think he can do anything for me other than be under my control if I animate it. We'll see. So just wisdom, straight wisdom?
Wisdom check.
Which is...
And click that advantage. Well, so roll again. Roll one more time.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay,
Yeah. Well. The 16 was good enough, but the 18 even better. So immediately, you recognize the fact that this corpse has decayed so much that it would make it almost impossible for it to even have value as some sort of undead. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Dr. Heleth tells everyone these things are far beyond reach. They can't do anything for us, unfortunately, unless we want to take the things that are on them. But otherwise, they're just dust. They don't have anything on them besides the armor.
Teak, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I asked the same thing Heleth did. What do they have on them?
Yeah, so the armor and the weapons are basically totally rusted and useless. You search them for anything else. They may have had pouches that you seem to, you got some material of some sort that you think might have been pouches. There doesn't seem to be anything else of obvious value right here. They were undead, so they didn't really have a lot of use for running around with coins in their pouches, though.
But we can't tell exactly what they died from, or
correct. Yeah, you can't tell, but basically that even as undead, there has to be a negative force that continues to animate them, but that negative force is dependent upon there being enough physical object there for it to actually be animated. Okay.
Got it.
Is there anything else in this enclave that would be of interest? It looks like there's 2 maces stuck to walls.
Those are actually sconces. So there are 2 sconces. They are not giving off any light in particular that you can see. But they're not giving off any light, period. But there is a set of stairs that go down. Okay.
All right, taking them.
Before we leave, I take their spines with me.
Okay. All right, so you lean down and extract their spines, or you try to extract their spines. They separate first of all into every individual bone separates from the other because the other material between them just doesn't hold anything together, and even most of the vertebra that you try to hold on to crumble. It's kind of like a spongy feel to the bone, which kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies.
I take it with me.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm not leaving them I'm not leaving them intact behind us.
All right. All right.
Mm.
All right. So Loam indicates that the portal, the gate is down the stairs here.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I think our rogue will go first and check for traps.
Yes.
Wondering if you guys are ever going to use anything from Sakim. All right. So first of all, Sakim is going to try to be rather stealthy.
Okay.
All right.
Attempt.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, so he at least gets a 16, even though he rolled a 4. Sakim tries to slip down the stairs undetected. You guys saw him go. You can hear the occasional thing, but you think that he's doing a pretty good job. All right. And then he is also going to investigate things and make a perception check as he goes on down. So there is his investigation, and there is his perception check. All right.
Nice.
So I also need to, I'm going to actually, let's see, is it, where's the right one? Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So he eases down the stairs and he then comes back up to let you all know that there don't seem to be any other beings, creatures, or anything else down there, but he definitely sees something that is likely the portal in the room below you.
Oh. Okay. So if you know where it is. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Down the stairs we go. I just hop right down.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the easiest way for me to do this, and it may erase your like what you've seen in the others, but let me just drop you on there. All right, so there, and then let me drop Loam in there as well. All right.
Perfect.
Okay. So you should still be on the same map, but like the different levels are on the same file that I brought up and shared with you guys, but you would be in a different location here looking at different things. I'm going to actually sync. Let's see. Did that update your maps for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So you are staring at a set of stones and it doesn't look like any type of a amorphic creature or anything like that. It just looks like shaped stone, and it's stones around another central stone as well. Okay.
Ooh.
So what do you guys do at this point? Your Loam indicates
portal?
Say again.
I say, is this the Earth portal?
Yes. So Loam confirms for you that this is the Earth portal.
Woohoo. Okay.
Oh, so folks, if you want to do things in order, this would be the last one. It said explore the depths of the umbral core.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I think the last one would be nothingness, and all of this.
Yeah,
you
the
would have
last one's
nothing
definitely
but void.
nothingness.
Oh.
Dark is the sixth one.
Yeah, it looks like light, dark, and then nothingness are the last three.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's like we don't know what the first one is, and then it looks like
Earth.
fire and air.
I think the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one's Earth. Because the second
Yeah.
one is unwavering, makes me think water.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Stupid.
I mean, if we saw a piercing gaze of the eye, I don't even know what that would be. It doesn't
Would that be
match up with
light?
anything I think there.
It's literally
No, lights illuminate the path.
default.
You know, I think it's most likely we'll figure this out the more we explore because we'll get more visual clues. So maybe you just
Yeah,
keep going.
so this gate, it just looks like a bunch of stones on top of each other.
Yes, and centric, right? So there are multiple stones. There's a larger stone in the middle, in the center there. Yep, but and it's basically it is about Teak's height, and it is actually much broader than Teak. So it's probably about 3 feet around with this one in the center, and it's just curved and rounded. I mean, the bottom seems to be fused into all the other stones at the bottom, but it comes up and has a rounded top as well. It is surrounded by additional stones as well. So you see that there are probably like 7 or 8 stones in a second concentric circle around it. There is a small stone wall outside of that, and then a larger stone wall just outside of that. But those stone walls are only about 6 and 12 inches high, respectively. Okay.
Because when I think strength, I think stones, kind of a thing. But we don't have to activate this now. We can go and look at the other ones and see if something looks like piercing gaze or unwavering strength.
And there's also a door behind us, right?
Yes, there is a door behind you.
Yeah. What's in there?
We should send the president of the Merchants Guild back to check it out. I mean, our rogue.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Sakim's going to go and check the door. So why don't we investigate that door? He's sure that there are no traps on that door.
Are you trying to get him killed, Dungeon Master General? I've seen your dice rolls so far for him.
He's also going to listen at the door. He listens and he can't hear anything. No, that's not true. So he definitely hears a humming sound on the other side of the door. Not like a person humming, but like a magic humming.
So, Sakim, do you feel that this door is safe for Loam and the rest of us to go through?
Are you going to roll a Sakim to answer that?
Is it wrong that when Markia was saying, so Sakim, do you feel, and I thought that she was going to say lucky, but do you feel lucky, punk? So how about, I know how to make Sakim potentially be able to answer that question for you. So Sakim reminds everybody that you were looking down into this room, from the ballroom above, and the hum probably has something to do with the Leviathan engine.
Right. That makes sense.
Does indeed.
Let's go in.
All right. So there we go. Sakim opens the door And yep. So you're able to step in there, and yes, you are on the ground floor looking at that Leviathan engine again. I will bring up that image one more time for you. Okay.
So we're in the. We're on the other side of the glass.
Ooh.
You are on the other side of the glass in this room at this point. There is definitely a loud hum coming from the Leviathan engine.
And it looks like this is the doorway into it, because I don't see any other doorways.
It certainly appears that way. Yeah.
Okay. Well, did we want to check out the other upper floors now that we know where the stone gate is?
Yes.
So I do want to just, give you a little bit more of a description in here. In addition to what I showed you in the image, there seem to be other levers and movable dials. You've rarely seen any type of a movable dial unless it was related to a lock of some sort or something like that. It seems almost foreign in nature. You also see what almost appear to be little sticks of different colors that seem to point to different Yggdrasil symbols. Almost like half circles that have little sticks at the bottoms of those half circles that then point to Yggdrasil symbols.
3 different symbols then?
Many different symbols, not just 3.
Okay.
7 different symbols?
No. We're talking about probably scores of these things, scores of the sticks that have half circles that are divided into somewhere between 4 and 20 different sections. So they're between 4 and 20 different symbols. If you ask Loam what they mean, usually he says most of these just have, they're just letters in the Yggdrasil alphabet. He's not really sure what else they could specifically mean, but he knows that all of this was used to operate the Leviathan engine.
So are they removable, or are they just sticking out of the ground there?
So, just from a size standpoint, they're probably about, each half circle is probably about 8 inches in the circle itself. Well, let's say it's got a 4-inch radius because that's how high the circle is, right? But the circle is 8 inches broad. And so the little stick that's at the bottom center of each circle that points to different sections of the circle is probably about 3 inches in length.
Ooh.
So not removable.
Well, so you can try to remove the little sticks.
So
you get it, but like, I'm trying to explain this to you in a way that you are seeing this for the first time and you don't really know or understand what this is. So, but
is there a switch connected to each one of these symbols?
Give me What would I want? Insight?
I'm gonna grab a stick.
Okay, so you try to pull on a stick, and the stick does not immediately. The stick does not immediately move. Okay, like the stick doesn't come off, and the stick that you grab doesn't seem to move. You don't seem to be able to move it. Okay.
Okay. I lick it.
So there is a salty taste to the stick.
Is also like ancients, like super ancient, like like does it taste ancient? Like salty.
So there's a little bit of a bite to it when you lick it. Not anything that you would say is ancient necessarily, but there's something about it that just, it's not a bite as in a taste. It's almost like a tang that's left in your mouth when you lick it. Make sense?
Yes, perfect
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Teak looks over at the rest of them and is like, I do not feel that anyone has been operating this for a long time, but there's a possibility that someone was. And he looks at you very, very wisely and like,
Yeah.
Right.
With a -1 intelligence, I look back at you the same way.
Yep. So Volric, I'll let you roll either an insight or a history check on this one. So
Let's
up
see.
to you. What you want to roll to?
Oh, I have insight, so I'm gonna definitely take that sucker.
Okay.
No. 7.
So you cannot detect any logical pattern to either switches or dials, and you notice that while there are some switches in this room, they seem to be larger lever type switches. Like they all seem to be kind of away from some of the dials. The dials themselves are on the engine, on the kind of around the base of the engine, while some of the switches seem to be in other places.
Can I do an Arcana check for in here, that maybe if this is similar to one of the other planes of existence that I've been on, so I can have.
I will welcome an Arcana check, but what you detect with Arcana is going to be specifically related to Arcana of this room, right? Like if you could figure something out, I know how to how to translate that for you. So yes, please make an Arcana check, but it may be something that you're totally not expecting.
Cool, let's do it. These rolls.
You are sure that magic is involved, but that is really all you can discern from this. You know that just from the it's almost a smell that's not really a smell. That this engine itself has magic flowing through it, but that's really all you can tell.
Okay. So yeah, Teek's working his way through the senses. He felt the sticks, he tasted the sticks.
That's right.
He tried to get the general vibe. He's in here, he's listening. So he's done all that he can at this point, I think.
Yeah. All right. Volric, why don't you give me one additional perception check?
Okay. Oh, nat 20.
All right. So, Volric, you definitely detect movement that seems to have a pattern within the larger window of the Leviathan engine. You don't know what that pattern is. Maybe your druid friend could help.
Okay. And this is the same area that I saw movement before?
You think that it probably was the same movement before, but now it's much more discernible. And you can see it, like you literally can see shapes and other things like that, but you have no idea what this movement and what these shapes really indicate.
Yeah, I was sprinkling sand on the wood dials and stuff, but I'll take a look at it.
And I need a perception check from everybody, please.
Okay.
Does his nat 20 help us at all?
Yay!
Oh, ouch, Lager.
Oh my god.
But Lager, I also need a different roll from you too. Hold on just a second.
I like insight.
Okay.
Horrible.
It's gonna be Volric.
You are quick to point out as soon as this happens, but there seems to be some sort of a physical portal, a door that slides open. It only slides open about 2 or 3 feet high. It is on the opposite. Well, it's on the side of the room that you're on right now. Okay. But it's on the angled wall there to the northeast of you. It opens. You jump back because out of that come multiple of those automated crab-like creatures. You are shocked to see them come through there, but you notice that they don't seem to be aggressive towards you. They're not even paying attention to you at all. So Lager, let's see. So Lager, from you, I think I need a nature or an arcana check. You probably want to go with nature, don't you?
I sure do. Oh man.
Oh my god.
This is broken. This game is broken. You won in a row.
Rolls are crazy.
All right. You are distracted by the entrance, and you totally forget about anything related to the shapes inside the Leviathan engine. But you're totally distracted by those creatures coming in right now. There seem to be approximately. Actually, I need to. That. There seem to be 8 of those creatures that have just entered this room. They immediately go to each. Not each, but they immediately seem to approach the dials those half circles and seem to stand in front of them and then move to the next. Like they don't do anything. They don't touch or interact with them in any way.
Almost like they're just looking at them?
Almost like that, yes.
Well, this is happening.
So they're just moving one to the other. They're just like checking to make sure that they're in the spots that they are. Kind of a thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So one of them starts to climb on the Leviathan engine and actually interact with it. Why don't everybody give me a perception check? This is going to be very high DC, but everybody give me a perception check.
I'll get a 20.
Okay.
Or not.
How about instead of perception check, I just do a flying kick to knock it off?
Yeah.
So yeah, you have certainly been attacked by these things before, but these are not being aggressive towards you at this time. Do you want to be aggressive towards it?
I should have.
You have no idea what this thing is doing.
Yeah, I'm staring. Tika's staring at Loam and is thinking of like the recipes that he would make for their wedding day.
Okay. All right, so Volric, why don't you give me a again history or insight?
Okay.
With your 17, you would try to discern what's going on. Oh, good. Okay, so what you note is that when this creature comes away from where it was, there seems to be a repair that might have been made to the to this Leviathan device that is in front of you. Okay.
Right. It may not have looked like anything, but I think that creature's repairing the machine or otherwise helping it work.
But what? Should we stop it?
Is it done already?
It's done. Yes.
That's already done. Are there still some of those constructs that are looking at the dials?
Yes, there are.
Okay. I'm going to use minor illusion on one of them that they're about to look at and change what it looks like.
Okay. So when you do that, immediately the one that then approaches it and comes up to it, it seems to stop what it's doing very quickly and move back to the wall. The wall opens quickly. It runs in and closes quickly before you could possibly follow it or anything. Okay.
All right. Well, if we want them now, did that just that one leave, or they're all leaving?
So a handful of them left, but the others that left didn't leave in the same manner that the one that you were watching left. And there's still others that are in here roaming around the room.
So if I see that they're checking things out, and maybe if they're also the dials, which would be the easiest, I'll continue to throw illusions in front of them to not give them whatever it is they'd normally be looking at.
Okay.
For however many of those there are.
Okay.
That are actively doing it.
All right. You know what? Why don't you roll a d6 for me?
All right.
Right. You're able to do that 6 different times. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Each time, by the way, it's a line art symbol of me going like that.
Excellent. Love it.
Volric's got the hot lights today.
Until we fight, and I'll be screwed.
Oh, don't say that.
All right. So the rest of them just seem to continue to roam around in here.
Okay.
Well, if we really want
to check out the other rooms, or
yeah, I was going to say if we really want to disrupt this, we probably have to go somewhere else.
I mean, I'm all for just fighting them just because, but maybe we should see some more information.
Me too. We'll smash them later. Okay. So ask Loam to take us up.
Okay. All right. So everybody is going to let's close that one. And everybody is going to go back to so you go back up to the guard room. You have the water portal, the water gate has already been identified for you as that fountain, and the fountain is not like any fountain that you've seen before, but it is it is, how do I want to say, there seem to be multiple spouts that seem to be evenly ranged around that fountain. But there's and there's some aesthetic to it, but you don't seem to be able to discern it as any common artwork or anything else for fountains that you've ever seen before. So that's in the ballroom where you started. Are you asking for any specific portals, or you just want to go up and explore more?
I think, guys, we just want to explore for now. Does it see everything that's here? Or do you want to just go straight to the portals?
We wanna explore up to see the other ones. It's just because we're still unclear about that first line. It may or may not be the water portal, and we just need to see the other ones to see if something like You know, it's like, oh, it's this one, obviously, or something. Although I do the more I look at it, the more I cannot unsee unwavering.
So,
just take us to the next book.
Yeah. Thanks, Bash. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. So, Bash has given you guys enough for another inspiration point.
Wow.
If you need it. No, there's no if. When you need it. When you need it. That's right. All right.
Thank you.
So, do you want him just to lead you however he would like to the next ones, or do you want to go to a particular portal, or I mean, what do you really?
Well, let's just go up into the north room that was in the Watergate room, because that had stairs in it, and let's just take those stairs up, see what we see.
Okay, those are not stairs up; those are also stairs down.
Yeah, we will take those stairs down.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna drop you in that room first, and then I'm gonna drop you in the room below it, just so you can see each of these rooms. But as you enter this room, you don't see anything unusual. There don't seem to be any guards or anything like that. There is a table and 2 chairs. The table is a carved from stone table. It seems to be, just it doesn't seem to be very in very good condition, but it's not like worn away to nothing. And then you've got the stairway going down. Okay.
Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be anything else in here. All right. So everybody follows Loam down those stairs. And when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you are surprised to see again another. There seem to be another 10 of those crab-like constructs in this room. They are roaming all over the things that are in this room. Okay. So there seem to be many more dials and controls and levers and other things like this. It's definitely a complex mix of Yidrisid script and potentially arcana and maybe some sort of technology that you guys are not familiar with right now. So again, the crab-like construct creatures don't seem to be paying much attention to you at this time.
Do we see several doors and then some bags of some sort?
So yes, you do. So not several doors, one door, right? So technically, and when I dropped Heleth in there, I dropped her on top of one of the little walls on which many of the dials and levers were arrayed. But there are definitely, all sorts of things over each of those walls that are on the south side where Heleth was just a second ago, and then along both the north and west walls in the northwest corner. Right. So that's where all the dials and levers and controls and things are. There's only one door. That door is in the west wall, in the southern corner of that west wall. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, the door that I did not just open.
So, fortunately for Teak, there. Oh, wait. There were 2 doors. I'm sorry. There are 2 doors. There's one in the south wall and one in the west wall. And Teak, I think you opened the one in the south wall, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Teak, when you open that, fortunately, nothing happens to you. Teak, you are looking at what appears to be a room that is It is covered in some, pleasant floral decorations. When I say floral, it's really more like seaweed floral, but you know that this thing had to have been underwater at some point, but it's shaped, right? It seems to be tended. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Is it tended in the way that landscaping is tended, or is it tended in the way that gardens are tended?
It's tended in the way that house plants would be tended.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? I see a door.
Well, there was that western door as well. Sakim could take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm also looking at a door right here.
So yes, you are. You are looking at a door there. You also see a door in this room, all the way on the west wall, but in the south corner of that west wall too. Okay.
I see. Yeah.
All right. So what would you like Sakim to do?
The door that was in the west wall of the room that we first came down in.
Okay. All right. So he is going to both inspect it and see if there's anything on the other side. See if he can detect anything on the other side. So he tells you that he does not hear anything on the other side of the door, and then he is going to inspect that door as well. All right. He does inspect that door, and he tells you that he is sure that that door is totally safe. Hey, Brad, thanks for the sub again, and I'm glad that you're here. I did get your message, and I will definitely reach back out. I think you probably saw some of the other things we put out today, but I do want to talk to you when I get a chance. So, anyway, no traps. He's sure. So he thinks that you can just pop it open because he doesn't hear anything or detect anything wrong with the door.
Then Teak does a to him at the door he's so sure of.
Mm-hmm. Well, so he does pop that door open, and he's got Lager standing right around the corner behind him. And Lager, as you kind of peek around the corner to make sure nothing comes through that door and totally, consumes Sakim at that time. There is a short hallway that does seem to open up, but you see, what appears to be some sort of a sitting area or something like that. But there's a door to your right in the north wall there as well.
We should ask Loam if there's any more of these gates down here.
Loam tells you, no, there are no more gates down on this level.
So we're just walking around checking it out. Cool.
Well, where else were there gates? There were like the two rooms.
So
maybe there's more levels.
Yeah, Loam tells you that it was up the stairs you just walked by.
But I do understand, guys. I think we want to explore also to get clues to understand what's going on. Something might relate to the cipher. So I think this is useful.
Okay.
I mean, I do.
Yeah, let's give it a good look. Give it a good try.
If
let's
I can
go
open
through
this
some
door.
doors.
Yeah. So with Tika and I will go through this door over here. Or I'll open it anyway.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So you I think you can probably click it, but see, I'm having a hard time clicking on the door.
Is there a door down there?
There should be.
Yeah. I see it right here.
Hold on just a second. Let me actually look at the map and see if I failed to put a door on the map. Yeah, I failed to put a door on the map. Here, hold on. Let me fix this. Yeah, Teak's on the other side of the door.
He's like, Hello.
There you go. All right. I fixed it. Look, now you can open the door.
Okay.
All right. So you walk into what is the other end of the room that Sakim has walked into with Lager. So Sakim and Lager are in the north end of this room, and you guys are in the south end of this room. And I call it a room, but it's actually more of a hallway that has many, many different doors as the hallway moves to the north. You are each in kind of an open area, one on the north and one on the south.
I can't seem to go through this door, but that's fine.
Yeah, I keep on trying to open it, but it like.
Well, I think it's because of the timing of when I created that door too. So, anyway,
Cool.
I got you. I moved you over into it. So.
Oh, these are doors.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's check out some more doors.
So when you open the other doors in this area, every room seems to be identical, or at least all of the rooms seem similar, but all the rooms on the right are identical to each other, and all the rooms on the left are identical to each other. Each simply has a small bed, a chest that is open and empty in each one of them, and that's it. Nothing else.
In other words, move on.
Yeah, Dr. Helleth, would you also give me a perception check? Yep. You have no idea what's going on, Dr. Helleth, in that room. You see the constructs continue to roam all over each of the walls. You think it's interesting, but you can't discern anything from it.
No.
Okay. Yep.
And there was a door up here, right?
Yes, there is a door up there.
I just open it.
It seems to be a similarly, it's another room that has a couple of crates and other things like that, but it seems to be storage. You actually look at the crates, and all of them seem to be empty. You see some supports that might have been in the crates that might have supported certain things, but like they don't really give you an insight into what was actually stored in those crates. And just to help move things along, when you go through that door in the east wall of the long room with the potted plants, which are kind of not potted plants, but maintained plants, you see, Teak, you really need to jump in there and look. So, Teak, you see a number of different bays that each have very weird looking chairs that have holes in each of them.
Oh, what could this be? Perhaps a perception check can tell me exactly what.
I think I'm more interested in an insight check for this one.
Insight check, I mean. These rolls are like
perfect.
They're perfect.
Yeah, Teak, you are certain that they are devices of torture, that people are made to sit in these, and that then the holes underneath them will be used for torturous purposes.
Teak looks over at each of you, and he's like shuddering, and is like, "We are in an avatar. This is horrific. Avert your eyes, Dr. Helleth. Avert your eyes."
It looks like my laboratory.
Oh.
Perhaps.
Yep.
Do I know how to use it? I mean, does this room look used recently, or does it look like a decaying
So the room that you're in, Heleth, like it looks like the only room that's really seen a lot of recent use. Okay, and very clearly these constructs continue to roam around the room and do whatever it is that they do.
They're just moving around without like they look like they're programmed.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not obvious to you what their purpose may be, what responsibilities they have, or what purpose they may share.
These are the crates, right, where I am?
Yep, those are the crates.
I say, everyone, come here. I found something.
Okay.
Teak over his shoulder does a passing prayer and blessing for the poor people who were tortured and all of their and all of the hard travails that happened to them within this room. As he then heads towards everybody else.
I say, these crates, these aren't regular crates. These are philosophical crates. And I turn and I say, they're so crates.
Oh,
no.
I gotta get one at least.
I saw that one coming. I saw it coming.
Oh my
Moving
God.
on.
Oh yeah, so crates. All right. So, anything else you guys want to specifically do or look at down here?
Lager investigates the greenery more. He's very interested in the vines and flowers and stuff. He's taking some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
Yeah. Really?
Man.
Wow.
Really?
How are there this many ones?
Right, this is crazy. All right, listen. We're going to take a break because we need to get the juju off of your dice.
What?
So it is definitely a good time. We're exactly halfway through the stream time. We are going to get up from our computers. We are going to shake our our fingers out so that they stop pushing the wrong buttons, and we will be
dice.
Yeah. And maybe you want to change your dice color or dice type as well, because there's something up right now too. So, we will be back in, let's see. Well, yeah, we'll be back in 8 minutes. Okay. 8 minutes,
Sounds
everybody.
good.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, welcome back. Everybody can see I went and I got some popcorn so I could, watch the drama unfold while my party figures out what's good. No, this is a great snack. I love popcorn. All right. So you guys have been exploring the basement. And you found a number of different things, but nothing that seems to have provided any additional insight yet, either to the cipher or to what comes next. What you gonna do?
So we left the room with the constructs. So now we moved back and we moved into the westward room, you're saying? I can't see my map. My map disappeared. But
here. Yep.
I restarted my fantasy grounds because I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, you okay?
Like, I think this will work.
All right, so this north room is the main room with constructs in it. The other room that you were in that had constructs in it was the engine room. Okay. So those two rooms had constructs. There were no constructs in any of the other rooms.
Oh, got you.
So there's like 10 in the engine room and like 6 in the Leviathan drive room, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
They're actually
I don't like all these constructs just doing stuff in here. I don't care if they're not fighting us.
I don't even know.
I don't like them doing things. Can I take a real good look at what they're doing in this engine room?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I would like both a perception check and a insight check from you. Okay. Perception check to see if you see, what kind of percentage you see. Oh, much better. Good thing you restarted Fantasy Grounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you step back and watch, what's going on for just a minute. And you definitely see them doing a number of different things. Some of them are actually able to turn some of these dials. So you realize now that maybe the dials that you chose couldn't be turned, but some of these dials can be turned, and they're definitely pulling on some of the levers as well. Okay?
Okay.
Do I notice any pattern to their behavior, or can I like pay particular attention to the dials, like the sigils on the dials that they are interacting with?
Yes, and you notice that certain patterns which you haven't been able to detect yet, but you know that there's something to it, but actually I'm not sure that you would know that it's a pattern that does it, but there's definitely certain things that they do that you detect. Hey, when they pull this lever, the lights came on over there on that dial, but when they pulled it again, they didn't come on that same dial at the same time. But maybe you would study it longer and detect something else. But Loam is also getting kind of antsy here. He says, every moment we spend searching here, the fire portal is close to open and maybe even finished, and the next portal may be open.
Let's go then.
Okay. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is just destroy all the constructs, because they're probably the ones that are opening the gates and stuff. We haven't run across anybody else. So I mean, yeah, let's go ahead to the gate.
Do you say that out loud though?
Teak says everything out loud.
Yeah. Well, you I did ask that last time, and you did say you absolutely say it out loud. Lager says things out loud too all the time, but when you say that, Loam indicates that the creatures in here never were responsible for gate functionality. Yes, they made sure that the drive does what it does, but he says their capabilities are like they're almost like dumb creatures that worship a god. And or he doesn't use the word dumb. He would say, creatures of lower intelligence that worship a god. When you have that happen, they don't necessarily understand what they do. They just know that they're supposed to, perform a ritual, and that ritual causes something to happen.
You say that in a way like I shouldn't destroy them because of that.
We could also destroy the drive.
Well, he does warn you. He says, "I fear that if you try to destroy them, that will trigger other bad things."
Okay. Yeah, like a big fight.
Like a big fight, among other things.
Point taken.
Let's go up.
Okay.
Let's go to the fire gate.
Okay. So he leads you up, and then he leads you. Okay. So he leads you up to the next level, and then he leads you south into the ballroom where the water portal is, and he leads you out the door, where the back towards the entrance that you came in. Okay. I'm actually going to kind of drop you again on the map. So just to speed this along. So you move back up to the portal room. Okay. And then he takes you out into the area outside of the water portal room / ballroom. And he indicates that you should move up the stairs here in this room. Okay. There are stairs to each side, the left and the right, in this room. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to now move you onto the same map, but that allows you to move around yourselves on this. Okay. So basically this part of the map, which is just to the right. Hey, I lost somebody. What happened there? I've got Volric, I've got Teak, I've got Sakine, and I've got Lager. What happened to Helith? Where did Helith go?
I don't know. It's weird. Like I actually can't see the map. So let me see what's happening.
Right here.
All right. I just dropped her
now
back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Well, yeah, I've dropped you back on there now. But so this is basically the same foyer, but you can now go up the stairs. There is no door in front of you. There are stairs to the left and right that you could travel up. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And
just one look for. Okay.
Let's put Loam on here too. Okay. All right.
So what do you guys?
North stairs.
Yeah, I was going to say that's. I know it's normally you don't want to do this, but if we're pressed for time, maybe we split up go different ways.
Yeah.
Okay. There.
Okay.
Interesting.
So those of you who traveled to the north, you see what seems to be a sitting room of some sort. Okay. Those of you who travel to the south see what appears to be a library.
There's books.
No books. Like it is clear that there were books here. There are some wet scraps of paper remaining, and that's it.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
So somebody took all the books out of the library, or the books just got wet and trashed.
Let's say that you think that years of there's enough dried paper, old paper, stuck to things that looks like the books just deteriorated.
All right, from water damage and whatever else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
just
in the sitting room, is there anything besides the stone tables and stone chairs?
There does not seem to be anything else. And the chairs seem to be made out of large shells.
Ooh, are they pretty shells? Are they iridescent?
They are.
Shells?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shells.
But they're massive, right?
I'm gonna crack off a piece of iridescent shell for prettiness.
Well,
that's such a bird thing to do.
It seems easier than you would expect it to be, but you think that that's probably just because of the age of the place now.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm gonna put that in his inventory. It has a pretty little.
Okay.
See, it's shells, the Tootsie Roll Pops.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go up in this room.
Ooh, look at I didn't see you can go through. Okay, I'm gonna follow room 2. This is fun.
Hello.
Okay. So each of you enter this room, and Loam indicates that this is the room with the fire portal in it now. Okay.
Oh,
so in the center you see the fire portal.
We made it.
So let me see.
Okay. All right.
So this has a very there's a brazier in the middle of this portal. Okay.
Okay.
Is it lit?
So let me see. Hold on.
Because the cipher does talk about igniting the heart of the passionate fire.
So it seems to have been lit. There seems to be both ash and coals, and the coals still seem to glow. Okay.
Okay.
And just to remind everybody, the second task in the cipher says ignite the passion within the burning heart.
Okay, but it's like we have to do that to disable the gates, or we have to like use sand or something to smother it out to stop it from opening.
Sand?
Well, I mean, we have someone who has a lot of sand.
I like sand. I've got bags of it.
And if we were trying to, if our whole thing was to not have it
open,
I just know because I used to live in Florida that sand puts out fires. Don't ask.
While you're skipping around with joy that sand could be the answer.
Fire pit.
I think maybe we should have a show after the show where we answer unanswered questions like why Marquia knows exactly how to put out fires with sand.
Pyros.
All right.
Oh God.
But she's right. Let's keep it moving. So.
All right.
Okay. Anything else notable in this room?
Any constructs moving around?
Just the portal itself.
Just the portal. Okay.
So to disable the gates, we have to activate them, or we have to stop them from being activated. So that isn't.
I believe Loam said the cipher. If we do those things, then it closes them, or it's what it said. Right, Garner.
Loam corrects you and says that the cipher is supposed to indicate the order in which you disable or enable. Like you would want to enable them all in this order or disable them all in this order. And right now, you have to identify how to disable them, but it would disable them one at a time. Okay.
Got you.
The cipher is simply the order. Young Volric.
Okay. Call me young. I like this guy. Plus nice abs.
Yeah.
I'll go up.
He says, wait till you see my girlfriend.
Wait, Loam says that?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Just looks off in the distance.
Well,
holding his pretty coral shell that he had half gift wrapped.
Totally outside of the gameplay for a moment. It is also the case that excuse me, that Teak knows that Loam is like Loam explained that he was basically Ireshkigal's defender and significant other at the time, but you very clearly understand that he is trying to stop her now. Okay, so my point is, Teak thinks he's got a chance.
I gotcha. He's like Silver Surfer, basically.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I love the comparison. Yep.
Yeah. He
Hey,
lives in
Teak.
a nice sapphire tower.
Teak, you're not the first Teak that I've ever met.
I'm not.
No, she was really old. Her name was Anne Teak.
No.
I swear.
Hey, New York, appreciate the raid.
Oh, yeah.
So, you've got a couple of additional stairways going up, both to the north and to the south here. Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's
Yep.
see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay,
Oh, I
but
see. Well, oh. I know why Teak went in there. It looks like muffins are in there.
yeah, that's where he broke off a piece of the coral chairs. So you see like these
Got it.
beautiful iridescent chairs, and one of them's missing.
Mhm.
Someone seems to be have been in here defacing it.
As Teak is like,
All right, yeah, I don't see any. Oh wait, okay.
yeah.
Okay, you actually, like, obviously it goes up and hits the wall on this map, but I'll move you to the other map if you want to go up.
Okay.
Well, because I mean, we still don't know for 100% if Channel the Unwavering Strength of the Arm is the water one yet, but we know where the fire gate is now. So if we go up one more flight,
Okay.
we'll probably see.
Maybe though, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to drop you at the top of the next stairs here, since you're going up. And I'm going to go up the north stairs just to make this easy. Okay, so everybody's now on the map at the top of the north set of stairs. Okay, and Loam floats up the stairs in front of you, and then also floats to, let's see, is this the, you know what? Yeah. So, yep. All right. Loam, I need a perception check. We'll see who's going to detect this.
Alrighty.
And somebody's going to detect this. We're just seeing who.
Not me.
Okay.
Oh,
Not Volric either.
1993 gamer, that was way.
Okay. So, Lager, with your 23, you notice that Loam seems to be almost giddy.
Giddy?
Yeah.
Well, he did mention something about the third floor and bringing him back.
You're no dummy, are you? Right.
I'm very wise, not very smart.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, Loam floats across this little trundle in the middle, and he opens this other door on the other side.
go in.
Right. I'm taking Loam in.
Okay.
And as you follow him in, you see that he's already floated across the room to the other side as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And Volric runs across the room, jerks the door open, and jumps in.
Yep.
All right. So you notice, Volric, when you enter this far room, you notice that that there seem to be two objects that also seem similar to the portals, but as soon as you open the door, Loam disappears. Okay? Or Loam's avatar disappears. Okay? So Loam is gone, and you now see a dais in the middle of this room that has two items that appear to be portals in here as well. You very quickly look at them and say you think that one is probably the light portal and the other is probably the dark portal.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. Volric, on the opposite side of the dais with the portals in them, you see a sarcophagus.
Uh-oh.
That can't be good.
Well.
Hey, Teak, sorry to tell you, but I think Loam's ghosted you.
Oh, Teak didn't follow y'all in.
Oh, okay. Well, I call it down the open door.
No.
Then you hear a "Brr." Echo back to you.
Sounds. Oh my god.
Teak went through the north door that was in that first hallway into a bedroom.
Okay.
So I pick up my axe because I think I may need it soon. You never know. I say, "Oh, Vesiniconia, magic axe, come through. Activate your quirky glowing charm. Show the badass head." What? What?
I love it. You're giving me the chance to use the recorded responses for Vesiniconia.
Right.
Yeah.
I love my first line, so I'll start over. Deep beneath the bubbly blue, oh, Vesiniconia, magic axe, come through. Activate your quirky glowing charm. Cut through the dark with a badass gleam, a slight woo, and cause our enemies harm.
Right. You say that, and immediately you hear a low, sultry voice echo from the metallic blade.
Give me your pretty words, and I'll bathe my breasts in
Nice.
All right. All right, and your axe begins to gently vibrate in your hand.
All right. Okay. So what of all the things you described, what thing just jumps out at me the most?
The sarcophagus.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go right up to it.
Oh, man.
So as you step within reach of the sarcophagus, and Lager, you're like a step behind Volric as this occurs. Immediately, the top of the sarcophagus begins to be pushed back. What you see rise from the sarcophagus is this.
Let's see.
Let's see. There you go.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Ready your weapons. It's unidentified.
Oh, it's made up of like weapons and armor from like,
That's badass looking, I'll have to say. That is cool.
It's even wearing a face. Yeah. Part of a face.
And both you and Lager immediately hear the same voice that you heard coming from Loam previously, when he now thanks you for rescuing him from his eternal rest.
Oh.
What?
What happened to your abs?
What? You are all shocked. Like, and as soon as Teak sees this, Teak will be even more shocked.
Teak's in the bedroom looking at the pretty shell furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
All right. Young Volk, are you ready to get to work? We must begin to shut these down.
Yeah, I'll pretend like you're not horrific looking, and yes, I'll focus on that.
All right. Yeah, you guys are good at saying things out loud, aren't you?
I would like to add some flowers to that.
Yes, you would. And you have some of your own, and then you also have some others that you gathered off of the seaweed from downstairs, all of which you can use.
I would like to pretty him up just a little bit.
You improve his charisma from a 3 to a 4.
Nice.
That's a win.
Ooh.
So, is there anything in this bedroom that I'm in?
Extreme makeover D&D version.
As a matter of fact, so you duck into this bedroom from the main hall out there, and this bedroom seems to be undisturbed. It's been here for a very long time, but at the same time, it doesn't look like it's been covered with water, like the books on the floor below had been covered. Nor does it look like the bed has been used, or the shelves or anything like that. I mean, there's no dust, but there's also no significant wear and tear, no scratches in the floor, or use of the sheets or anything else like that. There is I need a investigation check from you.
Oh, sure.
Investigate.
All right. So Teak, you think that the headboard is absolutely stunning. It is massive. It is 3 times the size of any of those chairs, and made from similar shells. But you don't find anything else of interest right now.
I break a piece of it off. It's pretty. I want it.
So this one does not seem to be deteriorated like the other. If you want to try to break a piece off, why don't you give me a strength check now? The other one you could do, but this one's going to be a lot harder.
Are you going to activate my arms to use my wisdom instead? Because I will.
No, you can. You can
chaotic neutral.
Yeah, you can do it, and I will let you do it with your wisdom. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So I don't even know what I roll for that.
So what you would do is instead just roll the wisdom check. So it's going to be, you want a wisdom check with your proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah.
And so when I look at your skills, if you wanted something that is a wisdom check, it would be your +7, but like roll an insight check and it'll be the same thing. Okay?
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, you definitely are able to take off a nice piece, probably as big as you could slide into your pouch, okay, or backpack.
Maybe shield size?
I would say definitely shield size for you, but it may not be shield size for others. So yes, you can have it shield size, and if you want to try to use it later to be part of a shield, that'd be fine.
Nice. Well, right now he just ties a little bit of rope to each side and puts it on his back.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Very good.
He likes pretty things. I told you, sparkly things and bakery stuff. So
Yeah.
he makes his way out. I guess he sees Sakim right there or something.
Yeah, I haven't moved Sakim to that.
He sees the open door and he's like, "Oh, there's everybody," and he goes down to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Same bedroom, same stuff.
So give me another investigation check.
Ah, boo.
Find nothing.
Yeah. Does Sakim want to join me in here?
Oh, Sakim will gladly join you in there. So Sakim will join you. Sakim wants to investigate as well. All right, Sakim, you get an investigation check. Here we go, Sakim. Oh, Sakim is feeling like he just found something. So he reaches under the bed and pulls out a staff, a nice long staff. This staff, and only the two of you guys are seeing it right now. Let's see. So this staff, what happened to that? I know it used to have a picture with it. Okay. This staff is an alabaster staff. It's carved, not alabaster, ivory staff. It's carved out of a single piece of ivory, and it's relatively short. And it's decorated with faces, which seem to be depicting various poses showing pain in those faces.
Ooh. Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Sure. And so when you're trying to figure out what a magic item is, the Arcana checks that I allow are definitely going to be very, very high, depending on, very high for, rare or more magic items. But I would tell you that the 14 that you just rolled does not let you identify what it is. So you do not know what it is. But Sakim is sure that this is a magical item of some sort. It's been here forever, and it still looks pristine.
Ooh, I lick it.
It seems to have a very sterile taste to it.
Okay. He files that away. Teak is very taste oriented and has been on many planes licking different things. Eventually, I'm sure this will pay off.
Love it. Okay.
So I think he looks over at Sakim. I think we should get this to Dr. Heleth. I think she would know what something like this could be used for. I mean, she could talk to her god about it or whatnot.
Oh, I have no god.
Oh.
I worship an idea.
Or maybe we can get the wizard to look at it.
The wizard behind it's a sword, right?
Yeah, no, this is a staff, but so let me look at your skills here, and what, if any, skills would you potentially roll? You know what? Give me a religion check.
Yeah, that should be good. But should being the operative word, and then, are you kidding me right now? I give up. There's no religion. That's my fault.
Yep. Should have had a deity to help you out, right? All right. Sakim says, I got an idea, and he runs it over to the druid too. But when he runs into this room, he is shocked at the at what he's looking at here too. And now, Teak, you are also shocked at this construct that both Volric and Lager seem to be talking to. Okay.
All right. But they look like they're talking to each other. It doesn't look like it's because otherwise Teak's going in with his fists.
I mean, you see lots of flowers on it that obviously I've put on there that match a lot of mine.
They do.
Oh, fair enough. Then Tika comes over and is just kind of like shocked. And then pulls out the pretty like piece of chair coral shell that he
Yep.
had before, and he's like, "This is your new friend."
I cast minor illusion and make a nameplate right where the breast area of that creature that says Loam, and I kind of point at it.
Oh, then to further prettify him, Teak holds up the the piece of coral chair.
Takes it and he holds it
like a tiara.
Yeah, so so he takes it and he holds it to the top of his head, and it seems to magically fuse there. Okay.
Pretty.
Must be some sort of construct magic. Lager, give me a nature check, and it's hard. I need an 18. Okay.
Come on, Lager.
I don't think this software is capable of doing that.
It's just you and your dice.
You got it.
I think Volric might be able to get it.
I don't think this software is capable of that, Garner.
Let me try.
You would never know what this is, so.
Okay. I have a negative
Wait,
one.
does Loam know what it is? It's in his place.
Loam does not know exactly what it is. No. So you ask Loam, and he says, "I have not seen that device anymore. Where did you find that device?"
It was under the bed.
Which bed?
The bed of the room that I didn't take the headboard of.
Well, you tell him that it was the south. Yeah, the south one. And he says, that was the room of one of Ireshkigal's priestesses.
Oh. Can I feel all along the staff? See if there's any open, like you would like, there's a button and then like, here's a scroll that has the certificate of authenticity on it that tells you what it is.
You can definitely feel along it, and you don't find anything else. It is a carved ivory staff is what it is. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
all right, cool.
There was that one line. Oh, sorry, Teak. You can continue.
Oh, I was like, Sakim and I found this thing. I would assume it has some sort of power to it, but as far as I'm concerned, it would just use it to smack over things as heads. Well, maybe we should just break it so the other team doesn't have it.
Well, there was one line in the cipher that said, "Illuminate the path with the radiant mind's eye." Do you think it can do something like that? Is it a radiant mind's eye?
Maybe all these piercing gazes on the staff. Good thinking. I'm glad I didn't break it.
Hey, Loam, you've read the adventure. What do you think?
Again, the cipher was, beyond me, and I think that each of the portals is unique in what it may take to deactivate them.
Okay. All right. Can you describe this apparatus again, or in more detail?
Yeah. Well, so it is. You mean in the room here on the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the light and dark portals.
Right. So the two gates are co-located, and there seems to be a balance, almost like they're pulling towards each other and pushing each other away at the same time. Neither one of these, so they don't seem to have a physicalness to them, meaning in the center of the one to the right, it is a glowing light at the center of it, and at the center of the one of darkness, it seems to be just a pillar of darkness. Again, the pillar seems to be only 4 or 5 feet tall at the highest, probably more like 4.5 feet tall for each of them. The light one doesn't seem to be glowing too bright, but clearly it is a pillar of light, and clearly the other is a pillar of darkness.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have any ideas for what to do here.
Yeah, and the cipher doesn't look like it has it until like later anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should just go back to the fire one and try to throw some sand on it.
Oh,
Have we checked out all the rooms?
Loam says that there is one additional floor,
Okay.
and let's see here, and then he corrects himself and says, "Well, actually, there are 2 additional floors. We should not visit one of them yet." But he leads you back out to the little bridge-like thing that is in the hallway before the bedrooms and the entry room, and he tells you that this is a magical transport device, and that if you would like to go to the last to one of the last 2 floors, that you must stand on this magical transport device.
Sounds dangerous. I stand on it.
Cool.
Critique.
All right.
We're trouble.
He warns that one of the final floors is actually the resting place of Ireshkigal. It also includes the Null Gate, and he says, while we could take a brief look at the Null Gate, we should not go near it at this time. But the Air Gate is on the very top of this fortress, and we could all go take a quick look at the Air Gate as well right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one.
Okay. So, you guys, is everybody going to stand on that little thing, the trundle?
No.
Okay. All right. So,
Like both sticks to see who's to stand on it.
Well,
I jump on it. I'm good.
Yep. So, do you want to stand on it, Dr. Heleth?
No.
Okay. All right, so Heleth stands off to the side. Loam floats above it, and above you guys. You don't know how that construct is floating, but that construct is floating. Okay, just as easily as his avatar was floating. So, Heleth, from your point of view, what happens is and by the way, Heleth, Sakim is going to stay with you here. Because he doesn't want while you may be separating from some of the others, he definitely doesn't want anybody to be left alone.
Well, I'm the only person that can bring everybody back to life if they die. So.
That's right. Somebody's got to be around to do it, right? But what you see is basically the sides, the 4 sides of the of this area that they're standing. It's a trundle bridge looking thing, whatever. But they immediately go. You see them kind of shimmer and go. They become like a light that's wrapping them, and then you can no longer see inside it. Like initially you can see through it and you can see the shapes of people, but then you can't see shapes of people. And then when the wall disappears, the light goes away, they are no longer there. Okay. Where they are is, let's see. It's a logger. Hold on just a second, logger. Oh, crap. I just created an extra logger. That's not good.
Yes. More loggers.
Oh, goodness. All right. So,
Dos cervezas, por favor.
Yeah.
All right. I fixed my problem. All right. So Lager, you're there. Antique, you're there. And Volric, you're there. And then Loam is there as well. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Do we see this big thing? Oh, okay.
Oh, that was a different thing.
Not.
I saw that too.
Okay, let's see. Let's see where you are.
Okay. So we're just in this little small room with a gate.
All that we still haven't figured out the unwavering strength of the arm, unless we're talking about again the water. About the
I mean, I haven't seen anything else that would come even close.
Yeah.
So
there's no giant arm.
Precisely.
Yeah, there wasn't any giant arm. I didn't see anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the whole explore the
great.
umbral core, that does seem more earth than it does water. So maybe we just need to go down to the water one first.
So,
maybe it's water, fire, then air, and light. Maybe light and dark are together, so that's why there isn't 7 of the things, because when you shut down one, it shuts down the other. And then the last one would be the nothingness one, and then boom, big bad evil guy. That's what I think.
That makes sense.
It's very hopeful.
The water one was the first one that we saw. Possibility.
Okay. So are we wanting to return then to the ballroom with the water?
Can you describe what we're doing here?
Yes. So the way that this looks, it is definitely a very interesting looking room. This room seems to mainly be centered around a hourglass type shape. It is what you hear is almost a it's almost like a loud rushing sound, but you don't see anything other than an empty giant hourglass.
Okay. It's missing sand.
A giant hourglass that whooshes that's missing sand.
So when we get to it, in order, guys, it says, "Let the wings of the mind carry you to new heights."
Yeah, that is the. In fact, hold on, let me go back to that screen.
Problems I have with this cipher, the piercing gaze of the eye, and then illuminating the path with radiant mind's eye, and then letting the wings of the mind carry you. So those are things are.
You think the wings of the mind are air? Yeah.
I think definitely it is.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it makes sense.
What is this
makes sense.
Do any of you guys have an idea as to what this, the first line, the piercing gaze of the eye, channel the unwavering strength of the arm. So what's the piercing gaze of the eye? Like, is there
an object? Earth.
Yeah, no,
it's wrong. What do I know?
I was wondering, like, the actual first part of that with the piercing gaze of the eye. What, our eye? Some kind of item?
Yeah,
unless it's the beginning of us opening it, because that doesn't seem like it's an elemental or anything.
Piercing, something sharp.
Yeah, maybe that's what we do to the.
It does say channel. And channel is like a water thing, right?
Yeah, channel.
I think channel. Yeah. Let's see. Channel the armor, save the arm.
Hey,
Yeah,
while
I definitely.
while you guys are talking, I just saw a message to me that said we did get the code updated. So, Ladybird, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to direct messages from you. But you guys keep talking.
Yeah.
I mean, piercing gaze. I mean, can you really pierce Earth? I guess.
Yeah, that just cross sublimation.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the water one with that one, and I think we should try to go shut that down. I mean, because the cipher has it in a particular order.
Yes.
I'm tempted as Teak to maybe even stay near this one to, like, if someone goes to the water one that's more water oriented, to shut that one down. Maybe have Lager go to the fire one, because out of us, maybe he has the most,
Stand.
And then yeah, I'm not certain though. Like what beats air? What beats earth? What beats fire?
Well, and that's the thing that I feel like the directions are there, just cryptically. Okay. I'm hoping we'd find something or get a hint, because it says with the piercing gaze of the eye. So what does that mean? Like that first part, is there an object? Is it us? Do we look at it? Like, what are we missing?
Is the eye in the earth, or?
Then out of all of us, Lager or Volric are the strongest people. So if that first one's like a test of strength, then one of the two of them should do it.
Yeah.
Quick DM question, because we were kind of slow and picking through every little thing in the beginning, and then we went pretty fast. Do we feel like we may have gone a little too fast in some areas? Do we leave some areas
uninterrogated?
No, you don't. This is a little bit of meta, right? But you know that you haven't seen the last gate, the null gate. But you were advised not to go to that right now, right? You were advised to go to that when it's necessary to go there. Yep. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
But everything else, you kind of feel like, hey, you've seen it. You've also, for the most part, you've searched it properly. Yeah.
We do have the staff.
Yep, and you do have a staff. Look, this is probably a little bit too much, but like the way they did this, the way that Luke wrote this, I think it's good to be as difficult as it is, but also I want to give you at least encouragement. You're focusing on the right word. Like as you're looking at this, you're focusing on the eye, and that's the right thing to focus on. And you got to figure out, what that means then for which one is first. That's the right word to figure out which one comes first. And it's, yeah. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, but none of them were described as being eye-like.
On the staff, you mean? Or anything?
None
of the gates were described as being eye-like.
None of them are eye-like. That is correct. None of them are eye-like. You go back over them in your head, Teak, and you are sure that none of them are, none of them look like an eye. Mm-hmm. It's got to mean something else.
Yeah, well, so if you look at the cipher, each one has an action that you take to interact with each one, and the action seems to be using something. So you have the piercing gaze of the eye, then you have igniting the passion within the burning heart, which that one's kind of weird, but in that it doesn't really say what object you're using, but we're igniting it. Then it says light the wings with the of the mind. So again, the mind. Then illuminate the path with the radiant mind's eye. So you have mind's eye both. So it feels like there's something.
Yep.
Do we have to interact with either us or an object or a way?
Loam suggests that you pick which one you want to go with first, or which one you want to go. You don't even have to do it yet, but Loam suggests that you analyze a given portal
Portal, yeah.
closer and try to figure out from your analysis of that portal what you may need to do.
I say,
Yeah.
good idea, Loam. We only have 20 minutes left until this episode's over. Let's go.
I say we go to the water portal because channel the unwavering. I just don't see any of the other. I actually don't see any of the portals with that, but I'm just defaulting to that's the first one we run across.
Yeah.
Technically, it should be either water or air first because they're currently open. So if you're going to go with the process of to open or close them in the same fashion, it has to be water or air, and then fire next if those are already open.
Yeah, fire is in between, but fire isn't open yet. It's in
that has to be the third one.
Well, no, it's the second one because look at the cipher: ignite the passion within the burning heart. Fire is right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But if they have to be in the same order to open or close, and the fire isn't open yet, and the other two are, somehow the other two have to be first.
What?
Because Loam said that to close them or open them, you have to go in the same order. Right?
Yeah.
No, he said you have to go in the correct order.
You have to go in the correct order.
Yeah.
So let's just go to the water one. Can we fast travel to the water one?
Yes, we can. Yep.
I click on fast travel.
Okay. And I fast travel all of you, just like in a video game.
Everybody save your game.
Yeah.
All right. Moving you back to the to that room. Okay.
Perfect.
Everybody is now in the ballroom with the water portal.
Okay.
I think this one is strength based. From up high, it looks like steering a ship, and I think that might be a strong strength thing. So I say we shut this one down.
And is there any other tip on what this thing looks like, or I guess description? Any other details on this that we missed before?
So nothing that you'd miss, but I described it as a fountain, but the fountain looked very I don't want to use the same word that I used for the staff, but it does look sterile, and I don't mean it in the same way. I mean that it's very minimalistic. It's very clean cut. There are spouts evenly spaced. So each of those spokes that looks like looks like a part of a ship's wheel. It's not a ship's wheel. Those are actually spokes coming out of the central ewer that is allowed, not spokes, but those are there's solid tubes that are extending from the central ewer dispensing water. Okay.
This gives me Conan vibes. I wonder if we could push or pull those and it would turn to like close it.
Like a lever?
Yeah, like a.
Can we get like some more?
Oh, like a.
Yeah.
So
can we get some more like perception and insights and stuff, because we've decided that this is the first one that we're going to try to shut down.
Yeah. So
yes.
All right, as you sit there and try to figure it out, I'm going to give you you can make a nature check to try to gain additional information on what you would potentially want to do here. So whoever wants to make it can, but only one is gonna do it. Okay.
Lager.
Lager then.
Watch me roll a one.
Roll nature is going to be lager.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Lager.
Yes.
What do you typically like to do when you are, rolling a skill check?
Guidance.
Yes, Lager.
Yeah. Do we still have bless on us from like forever ago?
No, but
yes, guidance.
There is inspiration too. So.
Oh yeah, we got that too.
You got plenty of inspiration right now. So. All right.
Guidance. Let's see if this helps.
Oh, I forgot to turn it down. Damn it.
I sprinkle sand on myself.
Guys, like that just blew my ears out. I forgot to turn the sound back down after I did the sword previously. So everybody who's watching just got blown away by the guidance sound.
Oh.
Ouch. All right. Let me turn that back down though. All right. There we go. And yeah. Okay, now we can handle other spells. Sorry about that, everybody listening.
Totally
So
okay.
okay. Yep.
Okay.
All right. And by the way, Ladybird, I did update that earlier when I said I was trying to update that while everybody else was discussing their things. And damn, Logger, you finally found your dice. Oh, there you go. Like 24. 24. Fantastic. All right. So, Logger, you think that you've seen something like this in textbooks before. And you think that the way that you might affect this is that you provide a drop of pure elemental water to this, gate or fountain.
We have a couple items that'll do that, don't we?
Do what?
That
Teek is staring at the fountain, realizing that he hasn't tasted it.
Yeah.
to create water.
Oh my god. To create water.
Does anyone have create water?
Let's see.
I have that
Um,
trident.
Yes, I do.
I
oh,
have the
good.
trident that shoots a jet of water.
The staff
does
of the
that-
deep.
Does
No.
that disable it or does that activate it?
Well, the staff of the deep can create or destroy water, control water.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
So the water one isn't activated. It was fire is activating and air is activated. Am I wrong in saying that?
Water is activated.
yes.
No,
Water's
water
is
and
activated,
air.
but right now
You know,
we're
water,
not seeing the fountain spouting, right?
So no, the fountain is spouting right now.
So we
But-
want to, yeah.
What qualifies?
Okay.
Like
Logger. I assume Logger tells us about this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So-
Yeah,
Well,
Logger.
I-
Logger doesn't say things in his head either.
Okay.
oh my god. Mm,
Okay.
So I ask you then, what qualifies as elemental water then? Does he know?
Yeah, Logger, what would you think would be pure elemental water?
Like literally an elemental?
I mean,
oh. Well,
Anyone
water. What is
forth a
water?
water elemental?
I mean, like what any of you think that would, be able to provide pure elemental water?
I mean, again, it feels like a water elemental, but none of us. I don't think when we summon one, does anyone have the ability?
He is laughing at us.
Teek spits on it.
He didn't like it.
Done.
Wait, he has a water skin in his backpack.
Elemental
Alright.
water. So I have the trident that shoots a jet of water, and it's from the god of the sea. It says.
Hey, give it a try.
Yeah, I say give it a try.
Okay, I can only do
Besides for his water skin and he has a manifesto. Okay, so yeah, aside from his water skin, I don't see how Teek can help with this.
Okay, I'll say this 3 times. I'll go ahead and do my first one then. I will stand on the edge of the fountain, and I'll pull out the trident, and I will shoot the bolt of water It says 3 times per day, welder can call upon the god of the sea to shoot a jet of water at 30-foot level. I'll aim for the center where the water is shooting out.
Okay.
God, that sounds like so overkill.
Oh no.
I have a potion of clairvoyance. Would that help?
Oh my god. Oh no.
How would you think that a potion of clairvoyance would help with this task?
I don't know, Garner. I'm throwing spaghetti at a wall.
No,
Well,
Garner.
so Volric, when you stand up on the edge and then you point the trident back down into the water, and you unleash it, and you just do it briefly, but water splashes everywhere as you shove that much water into this fountain.
Right.
But immediately the fountain ceases to spout any additional water.
Oh, we did it!
I high
Yeah.
Rick.
All right. So you feel like you may have done something that was acceptable to this one.
Nice. All right. Okay. Next one
So
is the fire.
I know that this is a little bit meta again, but
Okay.
there are things that you may figure out, and there may be multiple ways to accomplish that. So I am saying that having used that trident this way accomplishes that goal. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So like fire,
And so
a lot of ways to light the fire.
the way that I would just finish this is that if you had summoned a water elemental into the fountain, I would have given you the same thing. I would have given you the same end result. Okay.
Okay, cool. It's not so specific.
So
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So let's go to the fire gate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
okay. So now we're headed to the fire gate.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's see. That one's over there. There we go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to push the Insta travel button again.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Okay. Okay. So you're on the second floor again now. All right. And as I mentioned, there's like a fire urn here. There is no active fire going in the urn right now. Okay. It does seem to be heating up. The coals that are surrounded by ashes do seem to be getting warmer by the minute here. Okay.
Okay.
So, guys, the question is, it sounds like because what we did in the first one is we put the water in to turn it off. We light it to turn it off too. Is that how we turn it off, or are we going to help it if we add fire?
Well, it seems like the coals are lighting up, so I think that's a bad thing because the wasn't the fountain already going, and then we added pure water to it, and that shut it down.
Yeah. So on that one, it says, but it does say for the cipher, it says to ignite. It says ignite the passion within the burning heart. So it's telling you to ignite.
Yeah, but remember the cipher is just telling us the order to either enable or disable, and we're trying to disable. So I think Teek's gonna take. I think Teek's gonna take the shell, that he broke off of the bedroom upstairs. I think he's gonna take that shell thing, and he's gonna try to scoop the coals out.
Okay.
Of that are lighting by using that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys see Teek, kind of jump up there, and it's an easy hop for Teek. He could He could fly if he needs to. And Teak takes this piece of shell out of his bag and then reaches down and scoops up the ash and coal. And what are you going to do with it, Teak?
He's trying to take it away from the bowl where it's in, because if there isn't fuel in there, then it can't burn.
But are you gonna throw it on the seaweed plants that are in here? You're gonna where are you putting it in here? You just spreading it around the rest the bottom of the fire portal area, or what are you doing?
He's going to take the shield that now has the fired stuff on it, the shell shield, and he's going to set it off to the side. And he's going to roast marshmallows on it.
Awesome. Okay.
God.
So you scoop some of this out.
As much as you can.
Okay, as much as you can. And I'll say that, it probably would have taken you maybe 3 scoops to get everything out of there, right? But so you're taking a third of it out, and you set it off to the side. You start to hear a humming sound, and I want you to give me a 1d4, please.
1d4?
Yep, I want you to roll 1d4. All right. Let me make another roll here. All right. So, guys, it takes a couple of seconds after Teak sets down the shell, and Teak starts rummaging in Teak's pack for his marshmallows and sticks and chocolate and crackers that he needs, and all of a sudden, a massive flame erupts and explodes out from the yes. Oh no is right. And does it give you guys a? You know what? It doesn't say you guys get a saving throw. I'm giving you a saving throw. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw, please. It is going to be a DC 17.
I guess we did the wrong one.
Oh, was it? It was something else besides the fire one?
I guess. Oops.
Or the way we did it.
Oh,
maybe we should have used the water staff again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you guys do still have bless on you. I'm going to allow it to stay. Yeah, I'm going to.
We weren't supposed to have it.
No, it was for last session. So everybody. Well, I got to do. Wait a minute. I got to do Sakim's save. So
okay. Because I was like, yay!
I'll have evasion.
Yay!
And come on, Sakim. Okay, so Logger, you take the full 34, and everybody else takes 17. So
I have evasion, so I take no damage.
And actually, so does Sakim, but I'm trying to think, would Sakim use it or not?
Roll to think.
You know what? Evens he uses it, odds he doesn't.
He wouldn't use it. He's not in combat. It's not like it doesn't matter if he uses a reaction now.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. He absolutely can do that. So, yep. So Sakim uses his. So you and Sakim are able to leap behind the different stairwells in there. And so you and Sakim don't take any damage. And then, unfortunately, Lager, you take... let's see. Wow, Lager, that's like almost half of your hit points.
Can I give Logger my inspiration?
actually, so you can't. Well,
I feel
Well,
it.
we have
you have
inspiration.
you have party inspiration that's still
Yeah.
available to you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So Logger, if you want to roll again, you could roll again. Volric 9 plus the 17 is going to give you 26 points of damage. Okay.
Ouch.
Yep. All right, Logger, do you want to use one of your party inspirations?
I mean, I'm not really good at dexterity saves, so there's a good chance I'm gonna fail again.
Oh my god.
But I mean,
no.
I'm okay if you want to use it up, you know?
Okay, you. Well, we do have a cleric that can heal you, and we do have potions that can heal you as well, if you'd like.
Yep.
Teak looks at all of you. He's there with like his marshmallows. He's like, I am so sorry.
Okay, so Loam points
Hot
out.
take.
Loam points out, and Loam doesn't seem to have been significantly affected by it. He's got some, singed
Good.
parts, but Loam is mostly now metal and stone, and so Loam is not, he's pretty resistant to this damage. But Loam points out that it doesn't seem that the coals that are still in it have stopped their glowing yet. So he doesn't feel like you stopped it the way that you did it. And he also is uncertain of whether or not this was in the right order. Guys, we are at 7:00. So it is time. Yep, it is time. So, and you know what? I totally did not plan with Ladybird for a specific giveaway today. So we will double our giveaways next time. So
cool. Okay.
Yep.
We need a plan.
And we did not use the inspiration. So we'll but Ladybird and I also pop yes, y'all need to think about the plan. I don't need to give you any more information now. You've got it all. Or all that I can share. Although you can ask Loam questions, in the interim in our chat. But we will based on the Gary Con schedule, I think that we are going to be delayed in our next game. Just so that everybody knows, like we'll still have events each weekend. So we'll still have a stream that has gaming or, something related to GaryCon that we're going to stream. So everybody will be able to get their code and we'll do giveaways and other things like that. But we were actually going to try to prep and take care of the next session before the next session. But some people are having different celebrations and other things like that. So it's likely that it will actually be, let's see, at least like it'll be a week from the end of GaryCon when we do our next game. Okay. So I think that that's what's likely at this point is a week from GaryCon for the next Okkorim Heroes of Okkorim Chentoufi Chronicles game. Okay. So, and we will make sure that we post on social media so that everybody knows exactly when we're doing that. But we will still have our regular stream, and there will be double giveaways next week. So whatever stream we've got, it's going to be double giveaways a week from today. All right. Awesome. So, how about what everybody has coming up? I mean, like for all of us, we've all got stuff going on that's probably GaryCon related. But what else do we have going on, or what do you have going on for GaryCon that's really important? So just switching it up a little bit. Why don't we start with Markia this time?
Hey, y'all. I'm Markia McCarty. So MarKeia MCCARTY. If you are a Twitch or I guess TikTok person, it's Darth Markia as in Vader. If you are a Facebook person, it's Markia TV, but everywhere else is Markia McCarty. So I mean, basically, just go ahead and follow me on my socials and you'll be able to see everything that I'm up to there. That would be the easiest thing.
Yeah,
and if you're on Blue Sky, I am on that.
like if you're doing streaming and stuff like that, what's the best social or place to find out exactly when you're going to do that?
Okay, that would be best for this week Twitch because
Okay.
I am finally doing that. So
Okay.
yes, that would be the best thing.
Awesome.
Click a follow so then you'll know when I'm live.
Definitely let me and Ladybird know exactly when that is, and we will make sure that we also get the word out to everybody. So, yep. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. All right, Alicia, what you got going on?
Hey everybody, I'm Alicia. Marie. I'm Alicia Marie Body on all socials. I am just getting ready for GaryCon. There's a lot of stuff happening at GaryCon this year. We have the cosplay contest, which is I hope everybody's getting their stuff together and coming close to. I mean, I say that as a professional cosplayer and knowing that it's literally up to last minute when you're finally wrapping everything up. But I hope you guys are working hard on your costumes and ready to bring it this year at GaryCon. But also, I am getting my story together for the games that I'm running, which I'm really excited about. Last minute things, players, tables, what's going to happen, and just getting that stuff together. I'm really excited about GaryCon, but that's the most important thing I have coming up. That my head is like completely in the game and I'm ready to go. So that's it.
Great. And Eric, what you got going on?
It's all GaryCon all the time. So I will be there as well as my daughter, Erica from Dad Jokes and Dragons. We will be in cosplay. I have better armor. It's actually being upgraded right now, which is why I've been wearing this one. So we will be dressed up for a lot of the con. And then I'm also playing with my daughter in both of Alicia's games, which is going to rock. And we'll hope to see you there. I mean, we'll be walking around, it'll be pretty obvious. So please come up, say hi, take a picture. We can exchange some puns.
And Chad, what you got going on?
So I obviously will be at GaryCon as well, doing the VIP check-in on Wednesday, and then I'll be doing auction take-in Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. For anybody that wants to donate stuff, please come by. It's all for a great cause. You'll stuff in the auction like I'm bringing 2 dice trays that are Cthulhu dice trays. I thought it was a good theme this year, being Chaosium's 50th anniversary. And then this Wednesday, I'll be on Guild Superior's channel celebrating DM Dave's birthday, playing Mork Borg. So I'll probably die, or he'll die, or we'll all die, and it'll be fantastic.
I am sure there will be many deaths, right?
Yes.
So,
and thank you, Gardner, for running this. Thank you, players. This was a lot of fun tonight. I always appreciate these games on the channel.
mm-hmm. I like switching it up a little bit, and there being some, puzzles and intellectual things that you have to figure out as well too. So there are a few more of these for.
Sorry
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a lag going on here. Sorry. So sorry to toast your buns. That was completely.
All good. All good. Was there anything else though that you wanted to add, Markia?
I'm sorry.
Was there anything else you wanted
to? My internet is being very horrible now.
Okay. All right. Well, we will actually go ahead and wrap it up. We need to find somebody else that we need to raid right now. Okay. All right. So, and I like to we definitely love Lord Gasumba. By the way, we raided him last week, and last week was a really important week because it helped. Actually, we didn't raid Gasumba last week. We actually raided into somebody that raided into Gasumba. Maybe it was DM Dave with
Stronghold. I think it was Stronghold
that we did. Yeah, there we go. But it was all part of our St. Jude's, the Greyhawk Creatives. Thank you to everybody that participated in that. They did. Let's see. I think it was 26,000 this year. Is that right? But
31.
It got up 31. To 31. Okay. I think, yeah, I must have asked before we were done. But again, fantastic job, and really appreciate everybody. But we also like to raid, others as well. So is there anybody else that we would specifically want to go out and raid today, just to share the love a little bit? The only other...
I'm sorry if I interrupt. I do have one quick plug that I forgot about.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I will be a guest on the Grouch Couch, which is what it sounds like to spell it out. It's on Twitch as well, and it's basically improv, D&D, kind of low comedy kind of stuff. So starts at 6 p.m. on Friday. So anyone wants to pop in, I will be playing Snark the Goblin. So feel free. You remember Snark? Oh, you guys. That's it.
I do.
Oh yeah. Yep. I've seen Snark many times. All right. Just looking. So there is Amy Dallin. She was from Geek and Sundry. Anyway, but Amy goes as Enthusi Amy. But why don't we try rating her today? And again, it's just to support the entire community. So we will definitely get back to Lord Gusumba again very soon too. But everybody, we really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in today. And we will see you guys very soon.
Yay.
Yep. Bye, y'all. Did I get it right? Did I push the right? Yes, I pushed the right button. All right. Sometimes Jay, Lord Gusumba, struggles to push the right button. So we try to make sure we push the right button a lot more than he does. So, all right. And now we'll raid.
Rating.
All right. Very good, y'all. And